Okay, today is February the 23rd, 2016. We're looking at SoCalSkywatch.net, and this is the website, the specific web page I was trying to direct everyone to. I have this corrected link on the caption of yesterday's video in the caption, so I just want to make sure everybody gets to see this information on SoCalSkywatch.net. And if we scroll down, we can see Dr. Marvin Herndon's research papers and all of the information about the chemtrail residue being compared with the fly ash and the striking comparisons uh, of those, of the chemtrail mix, which is very important. And we want to share this with everybody and make sure everybody gets a chance to see this. All right. Okay, let's go to these maps real quick, and we can see that we're watching the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop, and we can see that we've got we've got a hurricane force. Well, this was a hurricane force storm. These storms have been beat down. There's not a whole lot of organization left, but the core pressure is still very low, and we have a disruption on the jet stream right here, and also right over here by the west coast. So this is the sixth straight day of high pressure parked all up and down the west coast. And we have a new high pressure that just popped up today, and that is right here. We can see that. All right, let's take a look at some of these other maps. We can see a right angle right here as this advances through, right there in the middle of that storm, and a right angle. And today we had very heavy chemtrail spraying, and that was because of this moisture field moving through the area. This would have brought some rain. If those jets were not spraying those chemtrails, we would have had much cooler temperatures and probably some rain. Now, right now at 11:30 p.m., we have a temperature of 54 degrees. The relative humidity is 42%. The dew point is 32 degrees, and the barometric pressure is 30.03. All right, let's take a look at the jet stream right now. And we can see that there's a big disruption right here, right off the California coast, and that's where that high pressure is being pumped up right here. And we'll take a look at some of these other maps here and take a better look at all that. And we can see right here in the water vapor loop, this is the western U.S. water vapor loop. We have a lot of clockwise rotation right here. So we have a new high pressure cell right here that's been put into place. You can see that what's left of that storm. That's still a very low pressure system. And we can see the right angle right here. In fact, let's just stop this and scroll through. So, yeah, it's almost a right angle. Not quite, but obviously it's being tampered with. Okay. Next is the surface analysis map. Now we can see what's happened here. We've got two lows. One's a 959 millibar low, and then we have a 975 millibar low right here, and then there's another low right here. So there's actually three in this one area. One is a storm. We've got a gale identified over here, and these are all spinning around in a pinwheel. We have a front, cold front right here, which is splitting a high pressure. This is showed up today. This 1,020 millibar right off California. That's affecting the jet stream. And then we have all the high pressure that's still stationed right along the Canadian coast, all up and down the entire northern North American continent. We have high pressure pretty much, and that's blocked all this weather out here. Okay, let's take a look next at this is the southwest infrared loop, or excuse me, this is a water vapor loop. I've got it mismarked. We can see that moisture field moving through Southern California. This would have probably brought some light rain today, I believe. Got some yellow and green, and there was so much heavy aerosol spraying today that all we had was hot 80-degree temperatures. I think it was around 82 today. Just hot and just miserable, when you're breathing that chemtrail mix. It's, you get runny eyes and watery eyes and everything, and your nasal passages are burning and all the rest of it. Okay, here is the MODIS Today map, and there was just a load of chemtrails. They were everywhere. We go down to Baja California. We can see some trails that are probably a couple of 100 miles long. They're all over the place. We go up to Los Angeles area. Right up here, we can see that the pretty much everything we're looking at in the sky right now is all chemtrails. This is all aerosols. It was just really, really, really heavy. One of the worst days I've ever seen. Now, if we pan offshore, we can see some real clouds. These are natural clouds. All of this right here is all natural water vapor clouds. But we can see immediately right here, this is all chemtrail mix. This is a dirty sort of a brown, white, off-white, beige, whatever you want to call it. But it's very, very easy to determine what is the water vapor, and that's the brilliant white clouds right here. So that is the way we determine which is chemtrail mix and which is not. Okay, so that's what we were dealing with here in Southern California, and I'm sure that they were spraying, the weather controllers were spraying all up and down the entire west coast because of this storm that was threatening a lot of rain. Okay, here's the SSEC geostationary water vapor map, and in this map we can see the chemtrails being laid out pretty clearly all through here, all through this front as it moves onshore, and also right down here, all through here. There's a lot of chemtrailing. So we've got an area of high pressure. They're pumping this up. We may have a day tomorrow where we're still having chemtrails, but it won't be quite as intense because of what they're doing here. And we have a lot of very, very high swells moving into the west coast, 20 feet, 21 feet, 25 feet. Let's take a look at the, this is the wave analysis chart next. And we can see that here's California right here. And right offshore we have 9, 12, 15, and then right here is all solid 21-foot swells right here. And this is all going to be moving in probably by tomorrow night. So by Thursday, there's going to be some very, very dangerous surf swells moving into the entire west coast. All right, let's take a look next at the eastern U.S. water vapor loop. We can see a very large storm moving to the northeast right here. This is a huge storm. And also we can see that it's being worked on. The core is a very odd shape. It actually has a square shape to it. If we stop this loop, we scroll through, we can see that right about here, we have almost a square. And there's very little rotation right in that core. This entire core should be spinning vigorously, but we can see that it's not. They're working on that. There's very little rotation in that one cloud mass right there. It's almost stationary. And that would indicate descending air. We can see a lot of super dry air. If we look at the scale right down here, this tan is what we're looking at here. That's all that heat and dry air, I think, is what they're hitting that with a transmitter. That's the only thing that would cause this odd square shape. Look at this in the rainbow loop. You can see the same thing. This looks to be heading towards the northeast, or maybe Michigan, somewhere up in here. I haven't looked at the weather for that area, but that's a big system. Okay, so that's the summary for today. We will do another update tomorrow. Okay, that's it.